as much of but keep it a little bit clean. Yeah. Right, so we said this is your boy Bunny, and here I am with two of my Jamaican. So we have
So-called Ronald.
Ronald, so-called Ronald in call himself. Ronald from Cedar Valley. And we have Lenky, enough man with my skin, but a Lenky, the best bike rider for Cedar Valley. Yeah. So we all go to Cedar Valley School. So if you know this man, leave a comments, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. So Ronald, we're going to talk about two things today. And the two things we're going to talk about today is school days and Hurricane Gilbert. So first question we're going to ask you, Ronald, when you go to school, who was the principal at school?
Well, I start like Cedar Valley School. Top of the church, a Baptist church. Yeah. When we go there, the principal was Teacher Davids. And we start in a A class, or whatever they call it, then call it infant class now. And my class teacher was Miss Brown, Teacher Davis' wife. Until we start Cedar Valley School, I think it was 1963, 64, somewhere in that region. Until we leave from Cedar Valley School.
So you go to the old school then?
Yeah, we leave from the old school, come to the new school, 1969,
Okay.
September. So when we go there now, Teacher Davis was there, same way, until him leave, and then a principal take over named Teacher Jarrett.
So, question, so Teacher Jarrett was there before mistake then?
Yeah.
Ah.
After Teacher Jarrett leave, then mistake come.
Right. Yeah, because I mistake, I can't remember Teacher Jarrett.
You can't time you don't start come to school yet.
Because I never even go at the old school.
No.
Because Mr. and my sister go to the old school as well. So, yeah.
It's very interesting, but I'm saying. Yeah,
So, when we did, then after Teacher Davis left, then Teacher Jarrett, then Miss Tape.
Okay.
Yeah. And after Miss Tape leave, then Mr. Evans. Then after Mr. Evans, then we have no, it was Miss Douglas. It was Sir Oslin.
Oslin.
Yeah. Every time they leave school because Mr. Oslin now, which come in at the time now, when my son starts school.
Well, see the difference in me because me left school early because me was too bad. Because I stopped going to school from grade 4.
Well, at the same thing now, wait, because I left Cedar Valley School 1970 when they started to change over the pound to dollars and cents.
Right.
And got secondary school. That at Trinidad Secondary School.
Oh, you go
So me do 3.5 years, me do that so. And then me left school because one of the time like school, coming like in school, it a mash up because waiting happened now. The principal who was there first was Teacher Shepherd. But you have this other teacher now who is much more educated more than Mr. Shepherd.
Okay.
So eventually now, he's supposed to get the principal. But for some reason.
Anyway, there's few questions I want to ask about school days. Because when I was going to school, I hear a couple of phrases that you use in school. Because when we are going to school, we get beaten. And I like nowadays where people now get beaten when they go to school. Yeah? We go to school and we're late. And if you don't even come here,
You get
teacher will call you in and put you in one corner.
Yes, man.
And they will take pencil and shoot through your head.
Here, man. And if it hits you, I get
some
a beat,
beaten
man.
feet.
Yeah,
And when
man.
you tell us if you hold out your hand, and when you hold out your hand, you can't, if I'm going to give you 3, you can't make 1 miss.
Nah.
Because if you get 2 in your hand and 1 miss, you get 3 over your back.
Yes, man.
Yeah. And in time they might use like leather strap
Yes.
or cane.
Yeah.
You know? So them things that come out of school now, so you know we can't stop talking about that. But the thing, one of the phrase where I hear when I go to school is if you're late and you go to school, there's a thing called broomweed. Tell me about the broomweed if you know anything
Well,
about it.
we always try it, but why?
Furious.
Me don't know if it work. Me don't know if it work because no, when me I go to school, you know, I'm very weird me late because me live so near the school and my grandparents, because I go with my grandparents, yeah, and my grandparents and the principal and the principal wife, all of them got the same church. So if we late one morning, Sunday when my grandmother got church, she had know if we late. Because she got church and church over and then, you know, then the group and them attack, you know, and say, oh, Mrs. Henry, you know, Robert and Reynold been to school late Wednesday morning. Then when she come home, I have to tell them why we got school late because we left out early. We got school. We're not supposed to late and we don't live far.
Right. So I like we are come from way up a Mongo Road,
Mount Vernon and all of them
and they come down
places.
Jackward, you know,
Yeah.
when you look, nobody line gone in already and you think, say, Bullardale, man, if I go in, I'll get beaten. So you know what, me now I'm going to school today, I go up a bush. And you go up a top road up at the bush there and somebody might come to school and see and go tell the teacher in there and they send big boy.
Come
Get you. Yeah. So Ken, what for your experience at school?
Well, my experience at school, well, it was great, and as me say, the only teacher me know when me start was Flavor School is Miss State. Yeah? And if I mistake now, it belongs to Mr. Evans. Me don't know what you say.
Mr. Hoslin.
Mr.
Because when Mr. Hoslin come there, you was supposed to left school already. Because when Mr. Hoslin come there, they've left school
Okay.
already.
Okay.
Even although she leave school before time still,
Yeah,
but
yeah. We all
she
leave
did left
before
school
time,
already.
yeah.
So you know her though, because the only way me know say he was the principal is because my son started school at the time. You know, see, because Mr. House didn't come Cedar Valley, I think it was 84, 85, something like that region.
So we touch upon the marble game because, you know, as a youth going to school, we're fans of marble.
Yes, man.
How this marble thing started?
Well, boy, I don't even know this marble thing starting now, but I know say, we as a little boy, you know, when we much smaller, before we start to go all a big school and then we, you know, we start from bullet days.
Right.
We go pick up a bullet and we play a bullet until we reach to cashew. You see it?
Yeah. Throw your stone.
Well, the bullet RCI always work in a den time because in a den time with bullet time now, RCI we usually use with tar. You know, see, because through being the bullet so small and it now that round, we use the RCI.
Bigger.
Yeah.
So for anybody who don't know about RCI, what RCI look like? Because we are talking about
RCI
RCI and a lot of people don't know about RCI.
It round, you see, just like how
Thinking tour.
no, you see, just like how the ass I would have stayed.
Okay, right, yeah.
So the things still the
Real.
round and it black and then it have the little white streak around it.
Yes.
That's how it is. When you look on it and look on the animal, the ass and the mule, I see him where the eye would have shaped like it. So that's why they call it ass.
One other story about that again where if you rub it on wall, what happen?
It hot.
Burn you.
And it burn you, man. Then when you look at that boy, man, when you all do it, man. You hear, man, you just rub it on the wall like some man, and we just walk up to a man and just go some man and yeah, man. Yeah, man, but sometimes you do it to some big boy, you have to run.
Beat you up, you get me, you know? So that was the fun and the enjoyment of school days, as me say. Me have some nice teacher in school. I'm talking about him so far so I may not go back and go meet Miss
Douglas.
No, call mother, Miss Anderson.
Okay, yeah.
As me say, Miss Anderson was a brilliant teacher.
Yes, man.
I must
Yes,
say.
man.
You know, I love her to the ground. She passed now, but as I said, you know, I must say that was a teacher who showed me love, respect, and their behavior was just real. Now me come to England, now me see the difference between kids. You know, alright, kids are England, they're spoiled anyway, you get me, you know? Because kids just talk to them parents anyway, you know.
Talk to everybody anyhow. They don't have no respect for no one.
They don't have no respect for bus driver, they don't have no respect for they don't have no respect for society. So when me come here, it was a big difference to me because the way me grew up. I love the way I grew up actually. You know?
Likewise,
I must say that, you get me? Because it learns you to be firm, it learns you to be manly, it learns you to you just have sense, you just gain
yes,
sense.
Man. Yeah, man. And it tell you, say, listen, if you want respect, you have to respect others.
Yes.
So because of that, you get respect from other people, both elderly people and younger people.
Yeah.
All right, let me ask you. First. If you was to go back into your days when you start school, what would you change now?
Well, right now, if I could go back into my childhood days,
what would you do different?
Things that I would do different is like right now, the days them that I jump from school, I would double up on them. Because, you see, when I was growing up at the time, you know, our parents never put it too we and make we know, say, well, listen, you know, you see, education is the main thing. The only thing they tell you, say, well, you go to school and you go to school, go try to learn and read. But they never put it to you and say, well, listen, me, the more education you have, life would be much easier for you because you will more independent because you can choose and refuse. In those times, well, eventually, because we did so poor, the only thing they think about, you know, is survival. And once you reach a certain age where you can't jump around for help them, you know, anything where they in, you know, you draw you behind them, you know, for you know, because if they know, say, well, boy, tomorrow me have 3 or 4 man I go up at the bush go work with me for plow a piece of land, you know. They know, say, well, boy, no water not there nearby, you know. They say, boy, you have to come carry water, man, I come work with you tomorrow, you know, and then we
That's your conscience.
So again, what would you change?
Honestly, for my school days, I tell you the truth, as me say, if parents would sit you down, alright, me go up with my grandparents, really. And as me say, alright, then maybe not have much time, did for really set out a stone for me walk and say, you know something, education was the key. So you just learn from what you see around you and just work with it really, you know. So if you tell the honest truth, yeah, pay more attention in school and get a better education, you know, if the nice word to say, you know, sit down and listen and observe more. But because you just seem to know no better at the time, you just seem to just do as others do, and you know, it just make you think, say, you know something, that's maybe was the right way. But growing up now, Mrs. say, you know something, it was all wrong, but you know something, that's just the way our hurt run. You live and learn.
Okay. So for you, what advice would you give any children now where go to school or grow up?
Well, so right now, the advice me I give every children right now. First thing, obey your parents. Respect adults. Respect your companion. Yeah? Try to live the honest way you can in society. That's each and every one can look up to you as an individual and say, well, you know this kid here? From this kid growing up, going to school, this kid was a manageable kid. I could see this kid and I could give them any advice and they would accept it. They never rode out on the street and whatsoever. Because right now, to all we see it right now, you know. I kill kids right now, you know.
That's true, man.
And it's all because, well, they don't have no respect for themselves. And because they don't have no respect for themselves, they can't respect others. Because you have to first respect yourself. In life, you have to love yourself before you can love somebody else. And if you don't have that in with you, then you now can have the ability to know personal say, well, listen me, you know personal say whatsoever me do wrong against anyone, it have to hurt them and hurt many others. So if you have the love for yourself and the respect, then you know our next man out of this, you're not gonna hurt him, you know, you're not gonna do nothing in the region and that. You say, well boy, you're gonna hurt nobody or make nobody feel embarrassed and nothing, because you know if you make someone embarrassed, you yourself are going embarrassed.
Alright, Ken, what do you have to say?
Yeah, what I have to say, you know, as me say, learning from Jamaica and you know, travel to America and then me come in England. Honestly, me come in England, me set a milestone, me set a big position, you know. You start off a company for the single seat of my back seat of my car. Right now we are the biggest company, but when you take a start, it's a society, it have a lot to throw at you, really. You know, England is not the great place where people make it out to be, because I see exactly what it give and I see what it take from you. It stress you out, it bring you down, but you know what, think above it and rise above it, yeah, and try to do good and to people as I expect people to do unto you. You see, for people out there right now where things say, you know, something like you say this and say that, me start a company in London, and to tell you the truth, and the biggest thing, everybody wants to create feet right now, and I hit everybody want, and I cry fight. What then do? Them push me out. But you know something, as me say, life goes on.
Don't go into that. We just want to advise where we want to for the kids. Them. So, what advice would you give a child?
My youth them to know straight up say, you know something, me try to set a milestone that then could follow, and for other people could just take the trend and things, you know something, so it go. But as we say, sometimes that's all you can really say. You can't, you know, as we say, you can't batter down these people. You have to work with.
Yeah, you win some, you lose some.
Yes.
Yes, as I said, this is a boy Bonnie again, and we're doing a little interview, and Reynold and Ken. So we're going to our school days. We could go deeper because there's a lot more we can talk about in this. But we want to talk a little bit about Hurricane Gilbert as well, because Hurricane Gilbert was 1988. And, you know, we just want to know some of the experience where you go through. Because I was in Jamaica when Hurricane Gilbert, and I think Reynold, you was there as well.
Yeah, I was in
Ken, you was here.
Yeah.
So I just want to know, where were you, Reynold, when it happened? Where? You see that valley? Where were you, Ken?
Yeah, I was in Mango.
You was in Mango.
Yeah.
And me was in Harborview.
Okay.
Hurricane Gilbert come in the middle of the day.
Yes, man.
Which we give God thanks for. Because the experience that me have in Kingston, if it was night, Hurricane Gilbert come, it will be the disaster.
Yeah, man. Enough life would have last.
Enough life would have last. Yeah? Because all at the Rockfort, me see house, tree drop across bed. Drop on the roof and straight across the bed. So me know all of them there would be disaster if it was night.
Yeah, man.
So, yeah, so Reynold, what happened where you were and what happened that day? What you can you say?
Well, eventually, the evening before, so I usually do woodwork for myself, like furniture. And my parents, my mother and stepfather, they have a little beef shop, and they closed down, so I start to use it and I make my furniture as my workshop. So this lady live next door we come there and see me in the evening, me and his son, and she said to me, say, "Oh no, she says time come. We don't know go prepare on yourself and pack up on the place and lock up on the place and whatsoever. Nail up all on the window and thing." So me and her son said to her, I said, "What's time now reach, man?" She said, "Yes, that a fool no believe. And the same way the tiny look when 51's time I go blow." So we're there and we don't pay no mind. We laugh and things. She say, "We don't stay there laugh, we don't take it for joke." So the next morning now, that is the day when Gilbert really reached us. rain was falling and heavy wind. So my brother now, my smaller brother now, did raise some chicken. Now father pig pen. I instead of raise pig, so he used to make the cook. So we say, well boy, he called me and said, go help him draw down the bag them around the thing that's
The wind.
the wind now blow a hole for water in us. But then you know the old man come and say to me, he said, boy, we not find someone to put the chicken them. Rain coming on, breeze, no matter what you want to do, water go in there and then chicken there go dead. So in there one of the room around at the back of the back room on the house. Nobody never live in it. So we just get some sawdust and go throw up on the floor around there. And we put up some board at the doorway, them them can't go nowhere else.
Oh, yeah.
You see it? And that's so we take up all of the chicken, the baby chicken them and carry them go put them in it. And by the time we finish put them in it, he said to me, say, make we nail on the bag them around the coop that's the breeze not tear them off. And we say when we start to nail on now, and we look like we are look down like down the valley like we are looking at Marant region, you know. We see one white piece of cloud that coming on it a whistle. And me say it's no time, me say every tree bow down like so. And tree limbs start tear up. We can't move forward there again.
What age group were you at that time?
That time them around in my late 20s. Yeah man, soon touch 30.
And that was that your first hurricane experience?
First, well, at a hurricane come but we only see the tail.
Yeah.
We never get a full hit like Gilbert. We only hear about 51 storm and with Flora come we only get the tail and then something there. So Gilbert at the first time when we get the full experience, a breeze blow.
So were you scared when you hear that a hurricane coming or you were
No,
just...
me never scared, you know.
We never
And
scared.
funnily, which party catch me and my brother and his girlfriend at the time, it's like a outside the catch you because right in at the pig pen. And we stand up right against the passage like over the doorway there, so we are look. Because part we live, we can look down to one little place and it's like a valley, so we are look down a Marant Bay side. And we there and we stand up and we look and everything a come on and one tail of the zinc and the pig pen lift up and it dip and a flap like wing, flap up. So my brother girlfriend, you know, I said, boy, move on ground, you know, move on ground. Eric said, you stand it. You see breeze a blow? He said, move on ground. Eric said, alright, go on out now the breeze and I make the breeze blow you war. So eventually we end up there so until the whole high pass over. Yeah, hey, one get up tree today beside the pig pen. You know, see it. I mean, I tell us when the breeze wall the guinea tree, man, and it carry it down and go and come up back with it and it ring it round. And when the storm pass over, man, one wall there is around 1 foot wide. Around. Yeah, man. And the tree still not come out. Days after the whole man chop out the tree root and throw some manure in it and plant one coffee sucker in it.
Okay, so what's the experience?
Yeah, my experience, as I simply say, yeah, Gilbert kept me at Jamaica, as I say, Papa spent whole year.
Media Mango.
Yeah, media mango, I may tell you the truth. Yeah, that was our experience, right? As I say, it come during the day, but as I say, everybody come out and everybody are look and, you know, you still are watching that jet, you know, because things are fly, you know. As I say, remember up at Kenneth Dixon them, say, Manas at the government house, then they build up there. And the whole house stop, lift off, and fly across the road, and go drop in our next man yard. So anything fly across the road, a man say, you know something, a breeze blow thing. I'll do, you know, say, for the next man thing. The thing say, yo, anything breeze dash way.
Once reaching at your region.
So, you know, it was a like a scene really, for experience that I'm thinking, say, you know, some people can become very gravelicious over material things like zinc, piece of board, because everybody want to put back them things together. So, you know, a dog at them time.
Okay. So, Christian, what you gain from Hurricane Gilbert or you lose?
Well, me gain, you know, it's like everything else, you know, because I work with all a man, I mean, I don't call no name now because, you know, something the
Yeah, don't call no name.
sense of the thing, yeah. And when breeze blow and fit no blow off you don't stop, yeah, we can lift up things in top still. You get me? And make sure say the helicopter pass off the seat. So you have say you gain because no work no go on and this is how you get that thing out. So you just go do it.
So you try to say the man house that never blow up.
No, really.
But he asked if you take it out.
Yeah. You have to catch up a few things because
Yeah, we surely put damage with
can't
clear
something. So all the man will never lose nothing, want to gain. So it's just like everything else, you know, it's just a part of life, you get me, you know. So as me say, oh, I'm big when I
So you pay for do that then?
Yeah, so me get paid for that. So.
Okay. So what happened to your boss? What you gain? You gain or you lose?
Well, right now, the only thing when me gain in a bedroom, I the experience at the storm, and out of it, me get 10 sheet of zinc.
Okay.
Yeah, because
So,
when I give away the storm relief, we go to Cedar Valley, Virgin, and me I tell us, say, yo, I just know, say, yo, people are fear in the Virgin. Yeah, man. And the same people them where you eat and drink with every day, and fear. Yeah, man, because we I said to him, say, because my little brother did live in one room where one man did build up, they rent one place for my grandfather and build up a little house for there, and that's when they live. And for him, all of him place they blow up.
okay.
So we say we are look zinc, you know, can set it up a fame and thing, and we go there, and the same brother where I give out the thing them in Virgin, and man them where we sit down and drink with, heat with, smoke with, and all of them things in the Virgin, and I say, yo, Peck, right now a couple of the seats, oh, you can't get no, you can't get no. We have other people to deal with first, you know. And then we are there. Bad man ship we have put up, you know, me and my brother, you know, and we end up get 10
I'm
sheets
just
of
going
the
to
zinc.
share a little bit of my experience with you that. Because, as I said, I was living in Harborview when Hurricane Gilbert, and it was Hurricane coming in the middle of the day. And Hurricane Gilbert coming two lot. Never coming
First
one
eye
lot.
and second
Yeah,
eye.
it's coming two lot. And where the house where I live in, up on the bear show up on the hill there, capture land. And the house where I live in, it was dirt floor. And it was round stick, you dig the hole and put in the dirt floor. And you zinc it round. And on top you have a few sheet of zinc. Because it's not nice, so you have something where you just bitch up and live in. And me I tell you, when Hurricane Gilbert come, it was me, my wife and 2 children in there. And when the first set of breeze come, it pulled the door wide open. And when it pulled the door wide open, it for 2 sheet of zinc. And then thing go calm. So at that stage, we get up, nail in the door, and come out and put some brick from next door on the roof. And I tell you, blood, when the second one start to come, it's like it come from airport or come over the hill. And all you could hear is and what we do? Underneath the bed. We put the kids them underneath the bed. We go underneath the bed that if anything drop. Because I'm about 25 brick up on top. We go underneath and we take 2 sticks and put at the back of it, like the breeder come from it, take 2 brace and put at the back. Because remember in the dirt, they post them plant in, you know. And when the brace thing come and they rock it like this, you can feel they rock it like this. And the breeze pass and gone up in the hills. And thing come to a calm. You get up, open the door, look up in the air, you can see a open element. All gone is 2 sheets of zinc. Come up. It's like it blow the zinc and the brick just turn over. So I come out and look across the road. Big sister house over the hill. Brick house in the blood. Just the brick work you can see. And when you look over the other side, you see some, same with the roof like this. You just lift the whole roof off of the brick like that, like a kite. And just go drop them. And when I look and film, look a piece of house in the blood. And I think it still stand up same way. I say, God, you're good, you know. But you know what I get from that, blood? I gain a 3 apartment house from Hurricane Gilbert. And how I gain that? From Harborview to Rockfort, all the sign them, the big signboard them blow down. And with that day we walk and pick up all of the same thing them and carry. So all the long pieces we make the signboard them, and at them there, we take and make seal, post thing, and we go for cement company dump, and we get pallet, and we build a 3 apartment house out of that. And that I left my picnic come to England, you know. That is my experience, Hurricane Gilbert.
Because, let me tell you something. When Gilbert blow, man, enough big building and new building when we know the top them come out. Because you see, even the church down a Ducko there, what they call the tent. Yeah? The whole of faith roof, you know. Gilbert just lift up everything, you know, and just take it off and just carry it gone, you know. Nobody don't know where it land. It seems like it land in the river and the river just go with everything.
Okay.
You know, see, because the entire river there from bank to bank. You understand? All you go there when everything calm down and you go there, and just the concrete structure alone stand up. Not one piece of timber there on it.
A true man, because I remember when it calmed down and we go down Harbour View. Everybody stand up on Harbour View Bridge. I look on the river. I go down the seaside. I bring down all kind of log and all type of stuff. So yes, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Everybody was raging. Yes, my brethren. So as I said, you know, Reynold, Ken, and Bonnie we here in the shed having a banter from school days and Hurricane Gilbert. So as I said, if you know Ken, leave a comments. If you know Reynold, leave a comments. You know Bonnie, leave a comments. I otherwise call Hulk. Bus driver back home. Nobody don't know them near now. Hulk. Yeah, so this is Hulk. So remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And we will catch you on the next video. Bless up. This is a
Peace and love.